Oh shit, I have a fan. It's been too long.
It's been almost exactly a full year, as we found out while we were waiting for everyone else to show up. But this is hauntingly familiar, maybe. But hello, Davos! And welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. I was drinking a protein smoothie, but I drank all of it, so now I'm drinking water because hydration is important.
And hi, everybody. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, drink the tea, because you know I love me some tea. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I'm currently not drinking anything because I just had my, I guess, dinner-ish. But I just drank something, so I'm not thirsty. There we go. But what I am is I'm always prepared, and just in case I do get thirsty, I have my cup mug on standby, ready to go, baby. Period, period, period. And you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link is in the description below. And we do ship domestically here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And guess what? We do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. UK, Eris. I'm looking at you. Oh, I'm looking at you. Get your cup merch, period.
When I get the overdraft sorted out, I definitely will.
Work.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I saw a nice little meme going around the internet about like drag queens that were born in the new millennium.
Oh God, in the
so
2000s.
Like, why not wear one of them? Maybe one of the only ones, if not the only one, that's actually won a franchise, and that's Miss Crystal Versace.
Ooh.
So far.
We'll see.
And
I'm just drinking some water right now.
And I'm also wearing a cute shirt, if you couldn't tell, because I'm wearing my LaFille shirt because it felt correct for the franchise.
And I'm Eris Envy, York's punk rock Harry Fairy. God, it's been a fucking while, hasn't it? I'm drinking water that was already on my desk because it is at 11 o'clock on a school night, and I'm a busy bee.
Yes. Well, we are back. DragRace UK is back. It feels like UK versus the World was only yesterday because it was only a couple months ago. But we're back. It is Series 6. And finally, Eris has decided to return. Mostly because he knows someone on the cast. So
right. Literally.
Isn't that a reason you didn't join last time?
Well, yes. We are clocking the tea, the house down boots, mama, yes, God, on today.
Even though she was one of my favorites.
I think, like I say, maybe Eris likes this one better than they like the other one. That's why they showed up for this person and not for the other person.
Okay.
But regardless, we've got 12 new British drag queens and some not British drag queens to talk about on this here occasion. And we're going to dive into this beautiful cast. Before we do, though, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. Currently, that means a lot, unfortunately. Not
fortunately.
How about fortunately?
It's very good drag currently. It's a very good drag. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to the Look Over Here episodes for all of the episodes we're going to be doing for this season. So, bam, 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 bam. But let's just dive in. That's a cute little transition right there. And this cast, this doesn't look that big, but it's about as big as I can get it. So the cast promo for the season. And as Lavoie told us, the theme is Bond supervillain.
I was like, oh, write
was
that
like,
down.
is it? That was my question.
I
was like,
wonder.
is it? But yeah, got it.
I see it.
I feel
I
like
do
it is,
too.
but
I saw it in the Meet the Queens when they were doing the intros, and it was like the doo 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 with the circles. I was like, okay, that's very
Yeah.
Bond-esque.
I
if
feel
you
like
will.
it is. However, a lot of people have taken it in very different directions.
Oh,
Because I feel like a lot of people have gone old school Bond where there's like kind of like element of camp to it a little bit, and others have gone like, no, I am a stone cold fucking vixen that will kill you and steal your man.
yeah.
And some of them are neither.
And right, I'm gonna say, and some of them are just, we're just gonna put on an outfit that looks good today.
Yes, God.
Mhm.
Yes, God.
Or adequate.
I also went ahead and pulled Mama Rue's promo, which is a look that is very familiar because she literally wore this on season 16 of Drag Race US.
I think she took that picture that day and was like,
Oh, 100%. There's like 3 different season 16 runways that have now become promo shots for other seasons, including the Global All-Stars promo.
Work.
I'm like, okay, I
Who
see
was
you.
feeling herself in season 16. She's like, this I look good in, and I don't want to go and do another photo shoot for some more promos. So take it, send it, we're off. Move it.
She's also wearing the same wig and outfit in the Global. She already had hers as male, as she is in Philippines, as she was in other franchises. So she
you think
bulked
Mama got
out.
time to be doing this junk on different days? She sat there and said, y'all got 2 hours with me. Let's get all the stuff in that I need to do for every franchise that I need to talk about, and then we go get it done. That's it. I'm not doing no makeup changes. I ain't doing no wig changes. Nope. I'm not changing my outfit. We go do this and keep it moving. I've been doing this for some years. I'm tired.
Oh, what franchise is this for? Oh, I didn't even know we had that.
Oh, right. What?
I host that one?
Well, okay. Hello, Philippines. Hello, France. Hello.
Congratulations, top 4. Insert queen here. Insert queen here. Insert queen here. Insert queen here. You all slayed the competition. Like, that's really... But
Auntie, it's getting fierce boots, Steva.
Exactly. Exactly.
Who's our first queen, though?
Sure.
Not the.
But let's dive
people.
into.
Not the move it along, people. You just.
I am sitting here with 3 people who have a hard stop time today, which means I'm
Logan's
trying.
Like, let me take all my time.
David was like, so next.
I was hoping it was subtle.
No. David, I love you. Nothing about you is subtle.
But you are right. You are correct in what you said. So let's keep it moving and keep it pushing. Our first queen, Logan.
We're gonna go by alphabetical order, which means we are starting off with Actavia, 21, from the village of Bala in Wales, making it the first Welsh queen of the cast.
I will say.
Eris, let's start with you.
Oh, Eris.
Oh, sorry, Lana. I am not out here trying to silence you, Lana.
No, I was silenced. So Eris, go right ahead.
So, Actavia, I have seen her perform live. You are not ready for the way this girl moves. She is an insane dancer. I competed in Mama's Drag Battle, which was a competition in Leeds last year. We were in different heats. I didn't get through, but Actavia did, and I went and watched her heat and then watched her finale. Crazy. Insane. She's fully, like, unhinged. Like, one of those girls who just knows how to move her body.
Yeah, I didn't write down much about her. She was pretty late in the Meet the Queens, but what I did write about her was that there's something special about her. She's one of my favorites, absolutely, from the Meet the Queens. There's something that just really radiated charisma from her. So hearing that she's a good performer too, I'm like, okay, good, because I want her to be good at things besides the charisma. And now I'm a little less worried. I think she could be a big contender. Yeah, she's one to watch for me, and I hope she does it very well. and I like this look.
Yeah, I think the look is great. I will say the first thing I saw, because I was watching it and trying not to fall asleep and take my nap because I'm old and my nap needs to happen. But I was watching and her name came up and I was like, Actavia. Oh no, not Actavia. Actavia. Okay, got it. But then she started talking and I was like, okay. She's interesting. She's grabbing my attention. Now here she can move and she can dance and perform, and her performance is going to be great. I'm liking her a little bit more. I think, David, you like her a little bit more than me, but I'm liking her a little bit more. I love her look. I love this makeup. Like, this makeup is.
She can paint soft as well. I've seen it.
Oh,
Okay.
She can paint soft as well.
Okay.
love it.
We love
Love it.
range.
Right.
Come on, versatility.
I love the coat. I like this coat so much. Like, I want the coat. Like, she can keep the dress. I want the coat. Her.
Yeah, she's someone that definitely stood out to me as well. I am also very, very excited to hear, Eris, that she can move, that she's got, that part of the talent too. This promo is fun. And I will say the overall promo having this kind of smoke in the background with their faces in the background, it's some of the coolest promo editing I've seen in a minute on Drag Race. A lot of people are criticizing this promo. I think overall the promo is good. And I think Actavia is a big part of that. It's a simple look. It's very on theme. I agree with you, Lana. I'll if you take the coat, I'll borrow the coat. Okay. But I love the hair. I love the little bit of red in the hair going into the black. It's simple but effective. Is really like the best way to describe this. And I'm excited for Actavia. I feel like I'm going to accidentally end up saying Activia throughout this whole season. Or I'll say Octavia. But no, it's activity. No, none of the above. She's
Nativity.
A nativity activity involving Actavia.
Octagons.
Yay! Interesting angular movements.
Oh, jeez.
Scores for Actavia.
Oh, it's been a while. Do we do this out of 10 or 100? I can't remember.
100.
Always.
100. 88.
I gave her an 80.
I gave her an 81.
83.
Oh.
Work.
For once, we're all pretty much on base.
Yeah.
We'll see how long this lasts.
Right.
Let's see if that lasts with our next entertainer, Chanel O'Connor, 25, from Manchester, though she was from somewhere else, and I don't remember where it was.
Oh, it was what was it? It was
Scotland.
It was
Scotland.
an island in Scotland. So
Isle of.
I want to say Bute.
Isle of Man.
No, Isle of Man is a completely different thing. That's on the.
I don't know British geography.
Although I do think we should have a Manx Queen on DragRace at some point. I want to say Isle of Bute, but I will double check that.
I'll double check it while you give your thoughts, Eris.
Oh, okay. So I love the personality. I've enjoyed many a great night out in Manchester. I've yet to encounter Chanel, but I think she looks great. Like, this hair is so, like, just sculpted and perfectly coiffed. I think the jewelry is lovely. I love the dress. I think my one thing is, and I don't know if this is just because I've been doing drag for like a million years at this point, whenever I see black mesh, I just want it to be stoned. I just want stones all over it. And I think if she had used, instead of like, I think it's sequins on the costume, if she'd just stoned it instead, I think it would have looked that much more expensive. Or if you'd stoned it with pearls to make it match her earrings, I think that would have been great. And the character she does of being this insanely rich woman is so funny to me. I love that as a bit.
I might be kind of on the other end of the spectrum here with her. So I tend to like Scottish. We haven't had too many on the show, but the Scottish queens we've had, I've enjoyed them. For me, I instantly was watching her and I'm like, oh, she's a baby queen, clearly. Like, she's pretty new at this. And then she says, I've been doing drag 8 years. And I'm like, oh, really? I think there's a simplicity to everything I'm seeing here that's good, but I hope she has more range than this because everything's just a little too simple for me. Her makeup, her look, everything, even her personality didn't really stand out to me among this crowd. She did kind of remind me of a celebrity. Her name is Numi Rapash. I don't know if you all know her. You probably have seen her in things, but she kind of looked like her in the face. And that's a good thing because she's very pretty. But as far as she goes, she's not a standout for me in this cast at all. And this is my least favorite promo look.
She's from the Isle of Butte, is where she's from.
I tend to agree with you, David. She didn't stand out to me as like someone who I was like, oh, I gotta watch. Gotta see who she is, what she's about. But I will say I did jump to her Instagram to check out some things. What you see is what you get with her. She is very much a simplistic queen, which is not always a bad thing because sometimes simple yet effective is perfection, could be perfection. And I feel like I don't know how she's going to do in this competition. I don't know how she's going to stand out, but I think she's going to give us her point of view and it's going to be who she is authentically because everything that I've seen is literally what I'm seeing on her Instagram and what this represents. This gives me like, okay, she is going to be that rich woman that's rich older person socialite giving fantasy, baby, luxury fantasy, looks, kind of life, but be silly in the meantime because she knows this is not real for me. Like she said, I live a life of luxury in my head, but I'm in my mind, I'm sleeping on these grand silk sheets, but I'm at home on my couch watching, silly TV. So I really think that that's what she's going to give us, some silly, some quirky, but very elegant, very simple. I don't think I'm not expecting a whole lot out different from her, but I want to know if she can make it work for this competition. Because sometimes you don't have to go all out and do big, wild, crazy things to do great things. So I'm interested in seeing how she's going to make this work in this competition. But we'll see.
Can I quickly add before you start, Logan? I also want to put out there that I'm known to get it completely wrong based on the Meet the Queens for UK
you are
specifically.
Very known to get it wrong.
Well, for UK specifically, like last Meet the Queens, probably my least favorites were Kate and Michael.
Right,
and they probably ended up being my 2 favorites of the season. Right. So she could really win me over during the show. Who knows?
I think it's the UK drag scene is just so it's very different. And it has its own, like, it's just its own entity, and you have to either love it or you don't. And it's either you get it
from city to city.
Yeah, it's very you get it or you not go get it. Some of the the comedy, it's just like British TV for us Americans. Sometimes I get it and I'm like, oh, I love this. This is awesome. I'll watch every bit of it. And sometimes I'm like, nah, I don't get it. Nope, it's not funny to me. Don't get it. Don't understand it. I won't watch. I think that's what the queens are. Sometimes we go get it and we go love them. And then sometimes we're not. And I do love being proven wrong. So I hope she proves us wrong. I hope.
Yeah. I actually really liked her from the Meet the Queens. I think she has a very dry sense of humor. And that's something that I do tend to resonate with. We've seen a couple of girls with dry senses of humor win Drag Race this year alone. So who knows? Like, I think anything is possible with her. I also love hearing that she makes all of her own stuff. I think that is, or at least maybe not all, but a lot of her stuff. So I like hearing that. The look is simple, but I would say this for me is also very simple but effective. I do agree with you, Eris. I wish the corset was stoned, and I wish there was some other stoning going on in the black mesh, just to give it a little bit more visual interest. I don't think the hair is enough of a distraction from the fact that it's just a lot of black mesh and some feather, but it does look good, and she does look expensive to an extent. So I'm interested to see what Chanel is going to bring. Scores.
I'm going to give this a 64, 64, 64 Zulane.
No way. That's also what I gave her. Minus a song.
I think she looks elegant, and I'm going to give her a 72.
Shut up. I gave her a 72.
Stop it.
Oh, we're all matching today. How adorable.
Lord.
Kind of. Next up, the reason Eris is here. It's Charra Tea, 23. Originally from Belfast. Now she's where?
I believe Manchester. However, she did live and work in Leeds for a while, which is how I came to. Well, actually, no, it's not how I come to met her because I met her in York, of all places.
Good.
Yeah, so I do happen to know Charra. We're fairly acquainted, I would say. Charra's come to quite a few of the York shows, and then a couple of months ago. So the college I used to work at was doing workshops around drag, and I led the session on dance, which crazy why they would ask me of all people to lead the session on dance, but work. And
I don't know why
at the end of that culminated in like a big drag show, and Charra was one of the guest performers. And the cute story I was mentioning to you guys before we started filming that I wanted to talk about was one of the people who came to the workshops was one of my students who is, well, now a former student because they've graduated. But they are a teenage drag queen. And I remember crying with them on their last day of school because I told them I was so glad they got to grow up and go through high school and know peace as a queer person. And they told me I made that possible for them. Yeah, Charra is brilliant. She is so lovely, so sweet. Like, I'm willing to bet she's already probably got Miss Congeniality on the cards because she is just an adorable little pumpkin of a person. And as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure she does sew as well.
Party.
As I recall as well, her performance style is very campy and quite out there, bit kooky. In terms of the look, I love this. Even though she said it looks like a giant prolapse, I don't care. I love the color on her. One thing about Charra is we'll probably almost always see her in primary colors. She gives I can't remember what it is, but it's a lady who sells stickers in the US that are always like unicorns and rainbows. And
you're sitting with 3 Americans, and I don't think any of us know what you're talking about.
Somebody sells stickers here?
Right. Anyway.
But yeah, I think she looks gorgeous, and I'm so excited to have her on this season. Also, this is the first UK season where there is one person from every country in the United Kingdom competing.
Ooh.
It's about damn time.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, that should have been the standard, but I mean, hey.
You're making this hard, Eris.
Watch your math.
I know. No, I'm like,
not too
I
much.
fight my local girls.
So I do like,
much.
I like what she's wearing. She's kind of in the middle for me when it comes to looks. Like I feel like there's definitely worse. There's definitely better as well. This is a cute look on her though. And she's got a very sweet personality. And what I'm gonna say kind of could relate to me and when I first knew somebody who was on Drag Race. But for me, the energy I got from her in the Meet the Queens was a little bit nervous, like a little bit like she's out of her element a little bit, or feels that way. I didn't get the confidence from her that I wanted, which makes me nervous for her. And that's the same way I felt about Crystal Method. Like she had such nervous, like imposter syndrome energy. And then Crystal made it to the end. So who knows? Yeah, so I'm just a little nervous based on that. I did feel like she was trying to have a big personality. I don't know if that's what her personality is really like, but there is something charming about her, and I do like her. And I'm hoping that she does well, because I kind of root for somebody who has kind of that underdog personality that I'm getting. And she kind of gave me Cherry Valentine vibes, and I love Cherry.
Oh.
So if she's anything like her, then I'll like her for sure. So.
As far as this look goes, I like the top of this dress. I really enjoy the poof around the neck and what she did with the makeup and the hair, all that, just that top part up, loving it. Like I really enjoy that. It's the bottom. I think the dress is too wrinkly for me. I don't like the wrinkly parts of the dress, but I get it because of the ruching in the neck piece. But I feel like it just needs to be steamed. And I'm not a fan of the shoe. Like, I would have rather have a red shoe. But I liked her. That's the thing. I liked her in the Meet the Queens. And I did get that nervous energy, but I kind of felt like it was endearing to me. Like, I would rather somebody come out and just be like, look, I'm nervous. I would love to be that confident, bad, boss bitch of a queen doing my thing. But, sometimes queens get nervous too. We get a little bit nervous. And this is the promo. This is how she's introducing herself. And so I can get it. I get the nerves. I felt it. But I was like, but that's kind of endearing. And I kind of like her. I really love this wig. This wig is giving me everything I need. Like, it fits with this look. Because if she would have had like a flat wig or even a wig that was down and like even big and down, it wouldn't have gave me what I wanted. This updo with the ringlets and I love. I love. But I'm excited for her. I went to her Instagram and boy, she likes colors. She loves the colors. And I hope we get this fun side of her on the show. I hope we get a chance to see this side because she's giving us, she's a lot of costumes, like very cosplay, very, fun. She looks like she's having so much fun when she dresses up and it's good. Like, we won't have a problem finding pictures for her Instagram. I'll just say that. It's just gonna be a lot to choose from and a lot of colors. I'm enjoying her Instagram. I'm enjoying it thus far. She looks like a load of fun, and I hope that is translated on the show. And I could see Miss Congeniality from the bubbly personality that we're seeing on her Instagram. So I don't know. Maybe if she's that way, we'll see her doing her thing. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited.
Whose turn is it to judge the Instagram video? Because I actually think it might be yours, Lana.
I think it's mine. Oh no. Let me get out of Instagram.
Anyway.
Okay, I won't look anymore.
Yeah, I really, really like Charra. We're gonna be a little biased, obviously, because hey, we're 1 degree of separation away, kind of. But I really liked her personality. She also reminded me of Cherry. So I'm glad that you said that, David, because I very much so got that very sweet, very bubbly, very camp energy from her. I'm excited. Just missing the laugh, definitely. She's one of the younger queens on a cast where I'm very happy to say this is a much older cast than we've gotten this year, period. Across Drag Race. So I'm very happy to see that. So I'm interested to see, with her being younger, how she's going to assimilate into the cast. But I'm excited for her. Anyone who can bring up prolapses, Gemma Collins, and Nadine Coyle in the same Meet the Queens, I'm a fan. So, period. Yeah. Scores for Charra.
I'm going to give this a 95. The other 5 would come if she gave this like a giant trumpet bottom. Because I think it would have been gorgeous if it touched the floor.
Oh, a trumpet bottom would have been sickening.
I'll give it a 76.
I will give it an 80.
I'm going to give it an 81. Per. Next up, speaking of older cast, the oldest queen on this cast, and that's Dita Garbo, 48, from Folkestone. I don't know where the folk that is.
Me neither.
Oh.
Well,
girl, if it's not north of the Umbra, I don't know where it is.
Fair enough.
Fair.
I'd never heard of it before today, but I like this very like madam character she has. I'm excited to see her burlesque influence. I mean, we're getting it already in the promo look. Don't necessarily think I'm obsessed with the color of this. I think for Bond villain, I think it could have been like a darker color, like maybe a red, like sort of similar to the red we've just seen Charra in. I love this hair though. It's very, I want to say Daphne Guinness, but that could be wrong. Yeah, I like that she. Yeah, I don't have much more else to say.
I like her. I like her quite a bit. I think out of anybody in this cast, she's the one that I immediately get her brand. Like you already get it from her name and the references she's pulling there, but then her look, and then she backs it up by telling us all about her. And I'm like, okay, not surprised at all. I got that immediately. And I actually really like this color. I think this color is so stunning on her. Sure, she's just wearing underwear with a bunch of tulle around her, but this is probably my second favorite promo look. Call me crazy. I like her. I'm kind of getting like a Joe Black energy from her. I hope it goes better for her than Joe Black. But yeah, there's just something about her that's very intriguing. And I think she's the oldest one in the cast. So I'm rooting for her on that alone because we've seen it so many times where the older queen goes first or early on. So I really hope she can break that because she's really likable for me.
She's
Yeah,
by a smaller margin.
Yeah, she's 48. There's another one 43.
43. Yeah. I really like her. I like, of course, I'm a root for the older queens, being an older queen myself. Period. I think I think I agree with Eris. I'm not sure about the color. Not that it's a bad color on her, because it's a good color on her. I don't think it's a good color for the theme of what they were shooting it for. That's my only thing. I think this is a beautiful color on her. I think, yes, wear that blue any other time. But when the theme is, when
it
it's
actually really gives like season 9 promo, like it's the same kind of color Peppermint War.
Okay. But like if we're doing Bond theme, and that's the thing, I would have rather her did very much more of the, like you said, the darker, the Mae West kind of darker, elegant. It could have been a little bit bondish, more, maybe even leather, even like something she could still do the burlesque look, but give me burlesque Bond. You know what I mean? Give me leather, give me lace, give me darker reds and blacks, and even green, emerald greens. Just
even if this was a royal blue,
even a darker blue. Absolutely, just give me
good.
It's a good blue. It's beautiful blue. I would wear this in a heartbeat. Everything about this is beautiful. Give me the jacket, give me the underwear, give me the stuff. I will wear it in a heartbeat. It's just not for the theme.
It's like 60s Bond villain color. Like
No,
this could work
not
in
even
the 60s.
then. Not even 60s Bond. I think they were even darker because they were just like, they had to be sultry and enticing. And I feel like this is too nicey. More like I'm the good girl, but it's my honeymoon, and I'm trying to be, I'm just trying to be sexy for my husband, or my girl, or whoever. Like, this is the good girl being sexy. I want the bad girl who just been sexy, just came out the womb sexy, like, rah. I don't know. But this is beautiful. I love this wig so much because this says who she is. Like her Dita Garbo, I get every reference that she's trying to do. I get every reference that she's put out there. I love this. I love her. I'm rooting for her. I just wish she was a little bit darker.
Yeah, I think I agree with a lot of what all of you are saying. Even with this, because I'm going to side a little bit with David here, because I think as a look, independent of the promo theme, this look is really, really well done. And
absolutely.
it is very simple, but very effective. And I know y'all are all saying that. I will say for the theme, even because this is a warmer shade of this blue, even if it was a cooler shade of this specific blue, I think it would work a little bit better. Not to get too color theory in this, but...
There's a 60s Bond villain, same colors.
Okay, but to what I'm literally saying right now, if it needed to be a cooler shade of this blue, I needed like a robin's egg blue, as opposed to this like teal that's going on. It's just that little shift in color. I agree with you, David. I think it would have given a little bit more 60s Bond villain. But the look overall, I'm really enjoying. I mean, when you mentioned Dita and Greta Garbo, I'm automatically on board. Like, I love some Greta Garbo. I am an
Period.
old Hollywood
Period.
slut. So like anything old Hollywood, I'm going to react very positively to.
Love it.
I'm a little worried about her only being able to do this specific style of drag. I'm hoping that we get a lot of versatility from her. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility, and I haven't seen anything else she's done other than this promo. So I'm hopeful that we do get a little bit of versatility from her. But I am excited for Miss Dita Garbo. Scores.
I'm gonna give this a 90.
I gave it an 83.
I give it a 90.
I'm gonna give Dita an 88.
I mean, being the lowest, and I like
Right, and you like it the most. Like
Literally.
David and his weird sister.
his weird sense of judging.
That part.
But we love David for
We do. And we also love Kiki Snatch. 25 from London. Mentioning in her Meet the Queens, and I guess I never realized it, that a London queen has never won the main series of Drag Race.
And I would like it to stay that way. Sorry, I'm just a London hater. However,
Well,
I
yeah.
really like Kiki. Her personality is so vivacious. She is going to be so fun to watch, I can already tell. Like, I'm ready for a season of Kiki Snatch. I like the look. I again think it's a bit bright for the Bond villain theme, but I'm guessing they were probably given, Bond villain theme and then mood board with a bunch of colors on it like they did for Canada vs. World. That being said, I would wear this. Orange is like one of my favorite colors to wear in drag, and the cut of this is so like what I like to do, which is classic silhouette, but like made extremely slutty with cutouts and like chaps. So yeah, if I'm really nitpicking here, I wish the shoes were monochrome to the suit, but that's like a tiny detail. But then yeah, I really like this.
The first thing I said when I saw this is, "Oh, she looks like this is something Eris would wear." 100%. I was like, immediately, I was like, "Oh, I feel like I've seen Eris in this."
I do have orange chaps literally over there.
Nice. Well, I agree with Eris, specifically about her being likable. Like, I feel like that's going to be her secret weapon in this competition if she does well, is just that she had so much likability in the Meet the Queens. I think there's something very unpolished about her. And that can be endearing, it can be charming, but it can also be frustrating when you see somebody who has the goods and they're just not there yet. So I'm really hoping that she's going to be presenting more polished looks on the show. I'm a little nervous right now. Also, I know Lana's going to feel this, but she was talking about how she's a singer. She's a very good singer. And then she gave us an example. And I was like, oh, it's good, but is it that good? Not really. So if that's her big thing, is that she's a good singer, I'm a little nervous because it was just okay, if I'm being for real. But I do really like her as a person.
I don't think that was the best that she had. I heard the potential. I heard the potential in her voice. And I think she was kind of doing something real quick, like, hey. But when you just try to do something real quick,
Right.
It don't come out all the way right. I do think she has the potential in her voice. I think if she was going to pick a song and rehearse it and do it, we'll probably be like, oh, she can sing. Like, she just can't just sing. She can sing. So I did hear the potential, but I do agree with you. It wasn't there on the Meet the Queens.
Right.
It wasn't the best. I was like, oh.
She could have a great recording voice too.
True. She could sing really good recording. She can have a good live voice. She just has to rehearse the song and be prepared to do it. I don't think she was prepared to do anything in that moment. She was just like, let me give y'all a quick run here. Like, hey.
She didn't warm up. There was no,
It was just I'm gonna do something real quick and do what I gotta do. But the potential is there. I do think she's likable. I liked her the most. I remember her over everybody in the Meet the Queens. she's the one I remember the most because she was so likable and so like, okay, I feel like I can rock with her. But I do think she has some unpolished tendencies, and I don't know if that is just this promo look or is it something that is going to be something that's going to continue in the competition. I don't know, but I can't wait to see what happens. I don't know how long she's in for this competition, if she's here for a long time, for a good time, but I'm going to enjoy every time she's on my screen because I feel like she's just going to make me like her, and she's going to make me feel like when she does leave, if she leaves, I'm going to be very sad when it happens. So, but I appreciate her.
I'm worried it's going to be like Miss Naomi Carter. Hope not.
Oh,
I was literally about to say Miss Naomi Carter walked so Kiki Snatch could run.
Yeah.
Like the similarities I am getting between the two of them. And I love Miss Naomi Carter.
Yes.
Miss Naomi Carter is one of my favorite UK drag queens to come off of Drag Race.
Love her. Doncaster legend.
Just didn't. But I'm getting a lot of similarities in, you know, not all that polished, but big personality, great performer. I'm going to go ahead and assume she's a great performer. Like, I just get that energy from her too. And there's confidence. And I think confidence can take you can take you a little bit in Drag Race. Like, it can propel you forward a little bit. The look is on the more simple side, but I think it is a really good look. My number one critique, other than the hair, which I'm not, the wig, I feel like just needs to be a bit bigger. And I agree with you, Eris. I wanted the shoe to be monochrome to the outfit. Like, I just needed it to be, again, color theory here. I just needed it to be that cooler shade of orange in order to match everything. But I do really, really like her, and I think there's a lot there. So I'm intrigued to see what she's going to bring. Scores for Kiki Snatch.
I'm going to give this a sensible 74.
Get out of my head. 74.
That literally was what I was going to give her.
Wow.
That's why.
Stop.
You were not.
74s across the board.
At least one person here was lying.
No, I literally was going to give her a 74.
Wow.
I was going to give her a 73, but since everyone else gave her, I'll bump it up one. I'll give her the extra one. It's fine.
Period.
Her personality got the extra one. There you go.
Boop. There we go.
Yeah. Next up, we have Kyran Thrax, 26 from London.
I love this outfit. I think this is insane. I think it is interesting angular movements. These shoes, oh my god, crazy. This is such a random thing, but if I got on Drag Race and they chose me pose like this for my promo, that photographer would die. Because I know, like, first of all, look, like, regardless of the pose, she looks incredible.
Yeah.
And there must have been so many pictures they didn't use where she was posed amazingly in this, and they chose one of her. Yeah.
It's very interesting angular movement.
But the colors, the hair, the stoning, the nails, the shoes, oh my god, everything about this is amazing. I don't know anything about her as a queen from the scene or anything. But I liked her vibe from the Meet the Queens, like when she was like, I'm chaotic, I jump in bins, I just do what I want to do. I'm like, oh, I found a sister, someone who is also a fellow trash queen.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to let Lana and Logan think about this. 5 points to whoever can tell me which Italian queen I'm getting from her face a little bit.
Layla Yarn.
Oh, well, that was quick. 5 points to Logan.
Well, I mean,
I couldn't even unmute myself.
Oops.
Fast enough. Jeez.
It's a tie then.
No, I wasn't going to say Layla Yarn, so
Okay.
it's fine.
I also got Layla Yarn from her.
Yeah, you were thinking Lashivo, right? No, I'm kidding. No, I really like her. This is probably my favorite promo look. Even so, like, I don't think anybody's promo look was like amazing, you know? So there's like
it's a very good, very solid promo. across the board.
Very good, very solid. But there's just something about her. Like, the look, the energy, everything. If you had me pick who I think is going to win right now, I'm getting it from her. I think she's just kind of ticking all the boxes. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of specifics that stood out. It was just the whole energy and vibe and look I was getting from her kind of screamed winner. So I don't know. We'll see.
This is my favorite promo look. I thought this look was so good. Right off the bat, loved the look. She was not my favorite person on Meet the Queens. Right off the bat, I was like, oh, no. And I think it's one of those things. It's like I said earlier about British queens and British references. Either you like it or you don't. And there's not a lot of in between. And for me, I didn't find her personality like catching to me. Like that's not somebody who I'll be like, you know what? Let me hang out with that one. Let me hang out with that girl. That girl right there. Me and her doing we go hang out tonight. I wouldn't want to do that because I find her, I feel like she would annoy me too much. Now, I could be completely wrong. I could be 100% wrong. She might be the nicest person in the world. But the personality that I got from Meet the Queens, I was like, oh no, she go get on my nerves. She just go really bug me. And I'm just go, no. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong because I really like this. I think she has a great POV in drag. Like I think her drag is going to be amazing, and I think I'm going to love her drag aesthetic. But am I going to love her personality that goes along with the drag aesthetic? I don't know. It's going to be very iffy. She's very 50-50 right now for me. And so I can't wait to see. I do understand why you would see winner pick from her because I see it. I just don't know if I'm going to like her alone in the show. But this is my favorite promo look. There's nothing wrong with this look. The crispiness of this white with this red, and then all the things shooting out, the wig, the nails, the hair. This is good. This is really, really, really good. I hope I'm wrong about her personality. It just didn't grab me in the Meet the Queens, but what we had 5 minutes, 2 minutes with her, like
barely
if that, if that. So we'll see.
And she's the one I'm most interested to comb through her Instagram and see what she's like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that right now, but I forgot I can't.
No. Yeah, I think I'm intrigued by Kyran. I think I may lead a little bit more on the side of Lana. I don't know necessarily what I'm gonna get from her. She didn't like anyone who calls themselves a bin queen. I'm on board. I'm intrigued. She wasn't someone that immediately jumped out to me in the Meet the Queens, I'll be honest. But I like her perspective on drag. I like anyone who talks about being chaotic. I'm gonna enjoy that. So I'm intrigued to see what Kyran is gonna bring. The look is definitely one of my favorites from this Meet the Queens for sure. It's very interesting angular movements in a very good way. The color combo is really great too. It gives Bond villain, but it still definitely shows who she is as an artist. And I'm really liking that. So overall, I hope I'm wrong about her, and I hope that she wins me over. Scores.
I'm gonna give this. I'm so on the fence about this. Oh fuck it! I'm gonna give this 100. I was debating 100 or 99, but I feel like I'm gonna give 100. My cup is full.
I gave her an 85.
I have to give her her full cup. I have to, because this is a great look.
I'll give Kyran a 97.
Work.
Next up, a familiar face to some, and that is Voix, 43 from Stockton-on-Tees, previously from Queen of the Universe. And I'm continuing the tradition of being able to say that this year. Thank you, Voix.
I love Voix. I've been a fan of her for a while. I've been a fan since since Queen of the Universe, I would say, because I did watch her on Britain's Got Talent, but I wasn't as invested in drag around that time. But I love this. This gives like a little bit Madame Morrible from Wicked. And it's like, it's dark, it's evil, like the colours are alright. What I will say is she's toned her makeup down a little bit lately because I feel like she used to paint bigger. I think I preferred it when she painted bigger. But yeah, in terms of personality, she's gonna be a fucking hoot to watch. Like, she is so funny, in my opinion. And there is this one clip of her, and I don't know if any of you have seen it. It was the one where
I've seen it.
Yeah, the one where she's recording a cameo on a.
Uh-huh.
Am I allowed to talk about this?
Go for it.
There's a video of her recording a cameo while she's like entertaining on a cruise ship, and she gets interrupted by like the loudspeakers on the ship to announce the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And she just accidentally records her like live reaction to it, and she just like she's listening really curious, and then she just goes. Like, she looks upset in the most polite British way possible, and she's like, oh, that's so sad. But yeah, I think she looks great, and I love the stoning on this.
Yeah, I remember her from Queen of the Universe. She was not one of my favorites. Her singing style is not my style, I guess. But there is something really likable about her personality. She just feels like somebody who could do really well in this competition. I think she has quite a bit of variance in how well she could do. So I'm hoping she does do well because I think she's somebody who would stand out with her talking heads in confessionals. And she definitely is a resume queen too. She read off her resume. She told us all the things she's done and how she's mingled with lots of
Queen of the Universe.
Yeah, I was like, where? Well, she said I've done competitions, so I don't know why she didn't specifically name that by name. Maybe she didn't do well enough to mention it. Well, she wasn't a semifinalist like Britain's Got Talent. But overall, as far as the look goes, immediately as soon as she was done, I was like, wait, what was she wearing? Couldn't have been that good. And then this popped up and I'm like, well, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me. So it's not a bad look by any means. It fits her, I think. And that's all you can ask for, right?
Do you feel like it videoed better? Because I feel like it videoed better.
I think it videoed better.
I don't remember how it videoed. It didn't leave an impression.
I mean, I like it. I like this red on her. I love this wig. It's giving me life. I love the red wig. The dress is fine. It's fine. It's cute. It's good. But you know me, I'm very biased towards an older queen. So I will always lean like, you go, girl. Do your thing. Period. And so I like it. I like her makeup in this picture. I think she looks so good to me. But is it something memorable? Is it something I'm gonna remember after we turn this picture off? Probably not. But it's still a pretty dress. But I love the wig most of all. And I think she looks pretty.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what we're going to get from her because I don't think we got a whole lot of her personality on Queen of the Universe. So I'm intrigued to see more Lavoie. The look, it's not super memorable, unfortunately. It's a good look. It's very coordinated. I mean, we're getting her signature red hair, and all of the red in the garment matches the red hair. And so I do really appreciate that. It is a very polished look. It's just not the most appealing or the most like out there, but I think it is a very good promo for Lavoie. Scores.
I'm gonna give this an 80. I feel like.
Gave her a 75.
I gave her a 70.
I gave her an 80. Next up, we have Lill, 36 from Manchester, part of the House of Gorgeous, featuring one Cheddar Gorgeous, and another queen I'm not going to acknowledge.
I think Lill looks great. The moment she started speaking is the moment I got comfortable with her. Like the sound of her voice is just like it's northern, it's strong. I just know she's gonna be a good fucking time. She looks amazing. Like I love the cheetah print. It is very like classic Bond villain. She looks like she would, if she was a Bond villain, she would have like some like terrible sex pun name. Yeah, I'm surprised I wasn't more aware of her because I feel like I was pretty like in the loop with most of who was in the Family Gorgeous. But I don't really know much about her, so I'm excited to see more, and I feel like she's gonna be my type of queen.
Yeah, it's funny. My cat's name is Lily, and it stands for living in lavish luxury. Yes. So I was like, what? What a coincidence.
Not the yes.
Well, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yes.
So she just took off the yes. And, you know, and look,
When you hit it, David, you hit it out of the park.
Hit it.
thanks.
Woo, that was good.
Good.
And look,
That
she's
was
even
so
wearing like a
good.
cat print, a leopard print, so
Well,
it
well,
fits.
Fit.
But as far as she goes, I will say she's the queen I got first out energy from. I know. I do like her, but there's just something about her that I'm like, oh, I think it might be because she kind of reminds me of Anubis.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand that compare. I don't think she'll be a first out.
And I hope not,
but
especially
I get
after
the Anubis comparison.
After hearing she talked about making outfits for Cheddar Gorgeous and Banksy, and I'm like, okay, two queens that really know how to bring a look. I don't know if that was on the show or outside of the show, but that makes
the show.
Oh, okay. It makes me very optimistic for her talent when it comes to making looks. As far as this looks goes, I wasn't blown away by it. I think it's really hard to pull off a really good leopard print look. I mean, we saw Banksy do it though, so I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but if she was first out, I would not be surprised at all.
How dare you?
Very dare you.
Yeah, I think I want to say she made Cheddar's entrance look and a couple of her looks, and then also some of Banksy's as well. Yeah, hearing that she's from the Family Gorgeous, you know, I'm excited to see, you know, what drag skills Cheddar has imparted on Lill. I really like Lill. I get the Anubis comparison for sure, but I think her personality and her aesthetic and her style is going to carry her at least beyond the first elimination. But I really like her in the Meet the Queens. Again, someone with a very dry sense of humor, and I do react very well to that. So I think she's fun. She's on the older side for this cast, and I honestly wouldn't have expected that because she does look very youthful. She's 36.
Oh,
she's 36. Yeah,
that's so old.
I said on the older end of this cast, David. Okay. I complimented you earlier, and you're still gonna shade me like this? How rude!
No, I was. That was more against me.
Fair, but I like her, and the garment is gorge. I love how it comes up in the front. I think it just adds a lot of visual interest, and she looks good. And I love that the first thing out of her mouth was, "This isn't real fur. Don't worry."
But it's real cheetah, is what she.
Sure. Yes.
I am annoyed with her. Because she stole my look.
Only Banksy and Lana can pull this off.
She stole my look. Like, I was going to wear that today, and I was like, I watched the Meet the Queens, like, well, now I can't wear this. I have to just put on something else. But I refuse to not wear my cheetah print as well, because why not? But no, I think she's hilarious. But I also understand why you would get first boot energy, David, because I was like, I don't know if her sense of humor is the sense of humor that Ru has. That, you know, because you got to make Ru laugh if you go stay on the show. You got to, you know, make Mother laugh. And I don't know. I feel like because I did see her, she did a thing with Banksy because Banksy is a friend, and she was like, "I'm here now, move out the way." And I feel like, as much as we like Banksy and her dry sense of humor, I think hers is drier, and I don't know if it's going to be even funnier or just like, okay, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. It's 50-50 with her. I'm excited to see because I do think she's going to bring some good looks, and I can't wait to see what kind of looks she's going to bring, especially if she is responsible for some of Banksy's looks, which was amazing looks that we saw, and Cheddar's looks that everybody said was great. So I'm excited to see what she brings for herself, and I hope she's not first because I want her around for a design challenge. I want to see her do a design challenge and everybody be like, "Oh, crap." I want to see
like there's
it.
a couple good designers on this cast.
Yes,
I'm excited. I'm excited for a
really,
sewing challenge.
I think we're gonna have a really good design challenge, which is exciting to me. So
yeah,
I hope she stays around. I like her. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Scores for Lill.
I'm gonna give this a 9 to 8.
I'm gonna give it a 72.
I'm gonna give it an 80.
I gave her a 90.
Could we go one queen without having a matching score?
No.
Not with Logan here.
Not with me here.
I love it.
Next up, Marmalade. 24 from Cardiff in Wales. Drag daughter of our dearest Victoria Scone, and drag granddaughter of our current reigning UK versus the world Queen Tia Coffee. Therefore, I already stand.
She looks flawless to me. This is gorgeous. Like the beading, the feathers, the hair, gorgeous. She clearly knows how to like dress and what works for her. And yeah, this is gorgeous. I don't think her personality is the type of drag I necessarily enjoy watching. But I'm excited to see where this will go. I'm excited to see her on the show. Like I said, maybe not necessarily my like type of person I enjoy seeing on Drag Race, and maybe not the sort of performer I enjoy watching. But she looks devastatingly gorgeous.
Not your cup of tea, coffee.
Oh, I thought you were gonna leave it a cup of tea because that's another York queen.
Not your Charra Tea.
Not my Charra Tea.
I don't know. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.
I like her. I was surprised when she said she was 24 because she definitely feels a little more seasoned, and she feels like she has confidence of somebody who's been around and doing this for quite a while. I like this look. I think it's one of the better looks. Although I feel like there's a bit of dead space in the middle there, which I get it. You want to show off the body, but I wanted to see a little bit more there as well. She actually probably gave me one of my favorite moments from the Meet the Queens. And that was when she did the different cat sounds with different accents from different parts of the UK. I thought that was really funny. I want to hear her other accents. Like I want to hear American accents now, like a country cat. Like I want her to keep going because I was very intrigued. And she's another one who said she's made looks for like Drag Race queens. So I'm really hoping we get to see her in a design challenge. I feel pretty good about her.
I do too. And that country cat sound like meow.
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 Next time I go home, I'll record what my cat sounds like so you can hear what a Yorkshire cat sounds like.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. I will be expecting it on the next episode that you are here.
But I love this look. I thought she looked stunningly gorgeous. I don't really have much else to say besides she looks fantastic in this look. And I found her endearing. I found her funny. I found her charming. I found her witty. I can't wait to see what she does. And if she made these looks and it looks like this, here, period. Look, queen.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite looks of the promo, and she is definitely someone that is standing out to me immediately. I mean, when you're related to Tia Coffee and Victoria Scone, like I said, I'm automatically going to stand because they are two of my absolute favorite queens across the world, honestly. She's giving me what Starlet wanted to give. And that's shade. But I really, there's something about, I'm going to say this too. There's something about Cardiff drag queens, all of them that I've met so far on Drag Race, I am just obsessed with. So I think that's another like an international city of queens that I'm a big fan of. Very endearing, love the look, big fan already. And I enjoy Marmalade, the food. So I'm excited to enjoy Marmalade, the queen. Scores.
Okay, Paddington.
Period.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say my cup's full with this. This is 100.
Ooh. I gave her an 82.
I'm agreeing with Eris. It's a full cup for me. She's stunning.
Well, Julie, it's full. And no, I wasn't copying anybody's score this time.
That means we have a tie for best look so far.
Woo, love it. Now let's see if that continues with Miss Rileasa Slaves, 32 from London, daughter of a queen that quite honestly should have already been on Drag Race, Frida Slaves.
So I've heard a lot about Frida and Rileasa from like queens who have worked with them who are now up north. Everything I've heard has been positive. Rileasa, her personality, I can't fucking wait to watch her on the show. I hope she's commentator of the season because she seems so funny. She seems like she's here for a fucking good time. And then I don't think this promo necessarily does her justice because in the Meet the Queens, we saw the full gown she's wearing and it kind of gives that like Kim K. Mugler Met Gala dress, like you know the one with the little beaded crystals. And I think it is beautiful. I think this wig is a strong choice for like a Drag Race promo. I think it's not like a wig we would typically see for Drag Race promo. However, she looks gorgeous in it and it goes really well. And I think she hit the I think she hit the theme on the head. Overall, just really excited for her. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think that this promo like image is actually making me appreciate the look even more. Like I think maybe it's her ass just like poking out there.
It's the ass.
Like, come on, body. And we get to see more of the coat with it too, because it was a lot of just the dress when she was talking. So I'm liking it more watching it, and I'm probably going to bump up her score a little bit. One thing I will say is her name, I think, is going to bug me because it doesn't make sense. Rileasa Slaves? It doesn't make sense. Like, I get what she's going for. Maybe Rileasa Slaves?
But Rileasa is not a word.
Well, is Rileasa?
Probably.
I don't know. It doesn't...
Yeah, it's like Lisa, but Rileasa.
Okay, Rileasa Slaves?
Mm-hmm.
If it was Rileasa Slave, that would make sense. But Rileasa Slaves? No. It's not working for me. But her personality is working for me. I think she has one of the best personalities for the cast. She's somebody I absolutely could see sneaking her way in that finale. I think she's going to do well. Going back to the hair. Okay, there's a specific type of hair, and I immediately got Rihanna from it because Rihanna went through a period where she had her hair very much like this. But there's this cut to hair or wigs that's like goes around and then dips down and curves around. And anytime I see hair like that, I cannot not think of the head of a penis. That's all I get from this like shape of hair is the head of a penis. And so that's kind of like taking me out of it a little bit.
Well, it's not, David, because it's a fuck ass body.
Well, but it's the way that it goes down. Like it's literally the exact same shape as the head of a penis.
Okay.
So I'm getting past it because I like her. I like her.
I would like
You
to
like
say that my
penis.
dad did have this haircut in the 80s.
Oh, and I thought she was American immediately, and then she said she's St. Lucian. But then I'm like, Monet has like an American accent, and she's from St. Lucia, but she also has her St. Lucian accent. So maybe they're just good at code switching, which makes sense. So, yeah, but I like her a lot.
I do too. I think for this look, I love the opulence of this look. The fur all the way down to the ground. This dress is like painted on. It's looking like it's giving very much body-yaddy. And I like this pose that she's giving with this look. It works. Yes, the bob is bobbing. It's Bobbiana bobbing right now. I don't know about the head of a penis, but sure. It's Bobbiana right now. I think she looks very comfortable. It's her makeup is soft. She's not doing a whole lot, and she don't need to because she's so pretty. And sometimes when you're just that pretty, you don't have to do a whole lot to get pretty. As far as her name, I am not a fan of her name. Me and Logan talked about it earlier. I'm not a fan of the name. I'm not a fan of the Rileasa Slaves. I'm not a fan of Frida
We
Slaves.
talked about it last year. I feel
Yeah,
like
when we first heard it, I'm just not a fan. For me, I don't like it. I'm like, really, I am happy that at least they black talking about Rileasa Slave and Frida Slave. Because if it was a white person and their names was Rita Slave, I'd be like, ooh, child, nope, absolutely not. You can go get the chop. But if that's what they want to do, sometimes you just got to take back the power that people tried to take away from you. So they taking it back and making it something positive. So I get it. I'm here for it. I think she's going to be such a joy to watch though on this show. I think she's going to be such a joy, and I agree with you, Eris. I hope she is the narrator of the season, and we get really, really good backstage stuff and confessionals from her. And if she can dance like she says she can dance, I can't wait for the talent portions. I can't wait for the girl groups or whatever. I want to see her perform. She made me interested. Her Meet the Queens made me interested into knowing who she is, and not a whole lot of queens did that in this Meet the Queens. I watched her, and maybe it was because she was first, but I watched her and I was like, oh, okay. But I remember her, and so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what she does.
I'm a fan immediately. I also hope she is the narrator of this season. I think her personality is just so infectious. Personality-wise, I'm getting a little bit of Vanity Milan from her, and I hope that is the case because I love Vanity. But obviously, she is her own queen, and goddamn, she does look like Rihanna. She really looks like Rihanna.
Mm.
I have to say, even though this is a very simple promo, this is my favorite promo. Because for me, of all of them, this gives the most Bond villain or Bond girl to me. And I mean, the ass is wonderful. The coat is wonderful. The Bobbiana is Bobbiana-ing, and I'm a big fan of Rileasa so far. So, scores.
I'm gonna score this. I'm gonna give this an 85. I'm excited for her because I don't think we've had anyone like her on Drag Race UK.
Yeah.
Or maybe Drag Race in general for that fact. So that's why I'm excited for her.
I gave her an 82.
I gotta give her a 90.
It's full for me.
Oh, word.
I'm glad no one else did.
Word.
Next up, Saki Yew. What a fun name. 33, from Manchester by way of Australia, by way of the Philippines. And she is the first of 2 back-to-back Filipina queens that we are about to close out this cast assessment with. And I, for one, am thrilled about that.
I'm really excited to have Saki on Drag Race. She is, well, I don't know whether she still is, but she was or is a local girl to me. She is one of the Viaduct showgirls here at Leeds Viaduct Show Bar, which is literally 10 minutes down the road behind me. She did mention she's a trained dancer. I've never seen Saki do a solo performance at Viaduct. That is because the drag they do at Viaduct is like cabaret and showgirl, and it's all choreographed numbers, which I still love because it's fucking fierce. So I'm just excited to see more of Saki. As someone who's been, watching her in Viaduct for quite a while, and I love this look. I think it is very Bond girl, very Bond villain. She looks like she needs to be chain smoking a long cigarette. I think the only thing is I kind of wish the coat was made out of the same material as like this cat suit she clearly has on underneath. Like I wish it was either like a vinyl or like a PVC or something shiny, because I don't think the matte does necessarily what it needs to do. Like the silhouette, gorgeous. I just wish the fabric was different, but I have nothing else to say. Yeah, I'm excited to have her on Drag Race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you're saying about the jacket. I feel like black on black is kind of hard to pull off with the promo look because it's hard to get like depth or contrast here. So I wish there had been like a pop of something else. I guess most of them were kind of going for monochromatic looks, though. But I don't know. I just because it is really good look. Like, and this probably is the most Bond villain of any of them, if we're being honest. But I thought she was a very interesting personality. I have a special place in my heart for Down Under girls, and then I love Philippine queens as well. So she's kind of hitting the best of both worlds there. I'm glad she explained her name because my slow butt did not get the pun. It's like, Saki Yew? No, I don't get it. Like, punch you? And then she explained it. I'm like, oh, okay. I got you. It makes sense. But she's another one that out of all 12 of them, I don't think she left the strongest impression, but I still do like her. And I would love for her to surprise me and do really well.
And now this is a hat that looks like the shape of a penis top. So
what kind of penis?
It's just, if you turn it up straight, it looks like the top of the penis. So just think about it, David. Why you talk about the bob look like a penis top? I don't know. This looks more like a penis top than a bob, but okay. But I love the hat though, because I love a good hat moment, baby. I am here for it. And you know what? I like this coat with this with the vinyl cat suit underneath, because it gives us that difference of the blacks. It's like the shiny black with the matte black. I feel like it's giving like she about to flash everybody. She got her little tweet, her coat, and she walking and she goes. I don't know. I kind of like it. I like the difference in the contrast in the black. I'm a fan of it. I think she looks amazing. She's so very Bond villain. Like, she took that theme and she ran with it. I like it. I agree. She didn't leave the best impression on her Meet the Queens because I didn't remember what she did or what she said. And I always say, if you have to explain your name to me, then it's not a good name. And
you didn't get it either?
I got it when she said it.
Right.
I was just like, oh, okay. Because I was thinking to drink Saki, and I was like, Saki Yew, drink you. What? Okay, but
I mean, I got it, but maybe it's an accent thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
I got it, but maybe it's because Eris and I are sluttier than
We're too innocent, Lana.
We're too sweet and too innocent. We don't, but I don't know. But no, once she said, I was like, okay, cool. But I want to see what she can do. The thing is, I might not remember her from the Meet the Queens, but I know I want to see more of her. So at least I got that impression. This look alone makes me say, okay, girl, what you got? Bring it. Let me see it. And you got like 2 weeks to impress me. And if it's not good after the 2 weeks, I'm like, okay, girl, you can go. But because you didn't do what you needed to do in the Meet the Queens for me. So you got like 2 weeks to show me That's just in my mind. Now, I ain't no judge, so I can't kick you out or nothing, but that's just in my head that you got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks.
Apparently she's got 2 weeks.
Yep.
I really like her. I got the name instantly. I think the look is really cool. I like that she's the only person that went all black with the promo look. I just wish the coat opened at any point. At any single point. I just wanted to see what was going on inside. But the coat is really, really lovely. Maybe I need to stay tuned to the actual show to see if the coat opens. But I do like her. Not the most memorable first impression, but like you said, Lana, I want to see more. Scores.
I'm going to give this a 90.
I gave it a 79.
89.
85.
Ooh.
And last up, we have Zahirah Zapanta. I believe is how you say her name. Zahirah. At least I know it's Zahirah. 28 from Nottingham.
I'm so interested in her. I like her vibe a lot. And she just has this attitude that kind of reminds me of I guess it kind of reminds me of where I grew up, which was Hare Hills. Yeah, I just love her energy, and she just seems really out there, and she just seems high energy, and she seems like she's gonna give it. In terms of the outfit, it's cute. I like it. I don't know how well it meshes with the Bond villain theme. It's a gorgeous outfit. It's just not what I would have maybe picked for the promo. But the hair and the makeup, yeah. I think I'm more intrigued to see her on the show than I'm intrigued by this promo.
I like the look. I think it's mainly the fabric. I really like this fabric. I think it's so pretty. So pretty. And I could see her as a Bond villain. I really think Bond villains, all you have to do is be sexy or severe, and it kind of works. And she's definitely the sexy side. So there used to be a segment on Conan O'Brien show called If They Made It. You know this, Lana. So If They Made It, Plastique Tiara and Tamara Thomas.
Yep.
We got her. And 2 queens I love. So I'm feeling very good about her. I think she has a great personality. She's so pretty. So pretty. And I just think she's fun too. And she talked about how she's very interactive with audiences too, which I liked. She's not afraid to make out with somebody, hopefully with consent, girl. But I'm sure I'm sure they're not gonna say no after seeing you. So yeah, I like her. She's one to watch.
I actually had a different combo, funny enough.
Okay.
I went Plastique Tiara and John Filiaga.
Okay.
Because of the personality.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I went.
I don't know much about UK geography and where everything is and where everybody's from and whatever. But she says she's from Nottingham. And I'm wondering, is the hood in Nottingham? Because baby girl was giving us tings and whatever, yo son. I felt like she was giving us the New York vibes of the UK. She was very much giving all around the way girl. And I was like, okay, Miss Tings and things that do it. I felt like I knew her. I felt like she was my home girl. And I was like, I ain't never been to the UK a day of my life, but girl, you are me and me are you. I know you. I felt her. And she was like, she's from Nottingham by way of the Philippines. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me I need to be moving to Nottingham and go to the Philippines to find my girls, because this girl here reminded me of somebody who I grew up with. So I was like, I get those vibes. I got the vibes from her watching them Meet the Queens. She was the one I was the most excited to talk about, because I was like, 50-50 go happen with her. Either she gonna be my girl or she gonna be the girl I get on my nerves. But then the more I
Yep.
watched her meet the queens, I was like, no, she gonna be my girl. She gonna be my
Mhm.
girl. I enjoyed her. She's so stunning, stupid stunning. We're gonna move that past that. But she
Yeah.
had such a relaxed vibe to me. I hope that's real. I hope she's like that all the time. I hope that comes out on the show and we get to see that, because I was like vibing with her. I enjoyed her little 2 minutes that they gave us. I was hoping for more minutes. I enjoyed her a lot. She was, like I said, she just gave me a girl I grew up with. She was like, we go rock, we rocking it, we chilling, and and have some amazing things happening. I was like, work. I liked her. I hope she's good. I want to see a lot of her.
Just to like add context, you do get a lot of people in the UK who it's predominantly working class and predominantly like POC communities that do speak like that. You do also get white people who speak like that, who are raised to speak like that, but it does sometimes come off as disingenuous. I don't know how to explain it. You also get weird middle class kids who try and speak like that, who are white and at university and wear grey tracksuits and like make the sneakers smutty. Yeah, I went to uni with kids like that. They were fucking weird.
See,
But like this is what I meant. Like she reminds me of people I knew growing up in Hare Hills. Like that attitude. Like I see it for her, and that's why I'm really fucking excited by her.
I really think what you're describing is when we have the kids who grew up in the neighborhoods, or they went to school with people of color and blah blah blah. White kids who've grown up in neighborhoods who are not as rich and affluent as all, and they adopt the culture, but it's still something about it that don't sound genuine. But they
Culture vultures.
Huh?
Culture vultures.
Very much. They cosplaying the culture, but and it sounds okay, but it's just one little thing you can always tell that it's not the real thing. That's not how they grew up. Really, like it's a little bit of a code switch, but she sounds like that's just who she is. And sometimes it's okay. I kind of like her. I kind of like her.
The vibes are immaculate with this one. I'm immediately intrigued. I want to see a lot more than the approximately 75 seconds they gave of her. The look for me is giving more Bond girl than Bond villain. And if I'm looking at it, framing it from a Bond girl perspective, then I really, really like it. The front
Sometimes
is really,
they're one
really
in
cool.
the same.
Sometimes they are
who
very one in the
final
same.
act.
She could be one in the same, where she's, cosplaying as the Bond girl, but in reality, she's the villain. Miss Zahirah's doing it for me. So, scores.
I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this a 70.
Ooh. I gave it an 81.
78.
84. Interesting. But that is that on the Queens. And now we are going to do the world's fastest draft.
Absolutely.
The draft order was randomized 6 times prior to this episode. The draft order is me, David, Lana, and Eris. And I am sorry
I'll
to
switch
you
with
all.
Eris.
No, you don't
I'll
have
switch
to.
with Eris. No.
No, the order is randomized.
I want to switch with Eris. No, go ahead. Okay.
That's fine.
I'm sorry to you all. I'm taking Zahirah.
Dang it.
You.
Sorry.
I'm gonna take Actavia.
Give me. Oh no, I forgot. I forgot her name.
What did she wear?
The red and the white.
Oh, that would
Kyran.
Oh, I strategically didn't pick her because I thought she might come back to me.
Yeah, I want her.
I feel like it would just straight be rude if I didn't pick Charra.
Absolutely.
I
saved her for you because I would have picked her.
I also didn't pick her for you, so you're welcome.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick her.
David, stop.
Bitch. All right, Eris, you get it.
You get another one.
Your only other pick.
Oh my god, my only other pick?
And then you'll get the
because
leftover.
You will get whoever is the last pick.
Okay, I'm gonna take Rileasa then.
Oh, you!
Yeah.
Dang it, you! I was going there.
I knew she wasn't coming back to me. It's fine.
Oh, I was hoping Eris would pick somebody else. Just one more person. All right.
Everyone else I wanted was taken.
All right. Shoot. I shoot. Give me. What's her name?
Describe
What did she wear?
Yeah, orange.
Kiki?
The chaps. Kiki, yeah, give me her.
Oh yeah.
I'll take the unpolished, and I think I'm okay.
She was up there for me.
I'm gonna take Marmalade.
Fuck you. I am gonna take. I think experience is gonna do something, so I am gonna take Voix. And you know what? My team is gonna be experience and Philippines.
Don't you do it.
Saki.
Who?
Wait, who?
Saki
Oh.
Yew.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, David finna take mine. I know
Yes,
you are.
I am.
I know you are.
I'm gonna take Dita Garbo.
David!
Okay.
David, no.
Hey, you took Kyran from him, so
Mhm.
Oh,
You want to trade?
all right, Lana.
No.
Chanel O'Connor or Lill?
give me Lill.
All right.
Oh,
I'll take Lill.
I'm happy with Chanel.
Yeah, you are.
Sure. So, Team Logan, Zahirah Zapanta, Voix, and Saki Yew. Team David, Actavia, Marmalade, and Dita Garbo.
Ooh.
Team Lana, Kyran Thrax, Kiki Snatch, and Lill. And Team Eris, Charra Tea, Rileasa Slaves, and Chanel O'Connor. I feel like we've all got pretty balanced teams
Yeah,
here,
I like my
honestly.
I'm
I like
fine
my
with
team a lot.
I'm very
Experience
happy
and the Philippines. So,
and
but that's where we're going to leave off for now. We will be back. I don't know when the premiere is because they didn't announce when the premiere is. So we'll be back at some point before whenever
Week after
the premiere
Kitty
is.
gets kicked off.
Probably, let's be honest. So next week, we'll be back sometime before the premiere of Drag Race UK Season 6 to talk about the Instagram looks from the Queens of Season 6. And we'll be back shortly after whenever it premieres to talk about the premiere. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe because we're covering almost all things drag here. Check out the description where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including my Not Limited 2-cup mug. With that being said, cheers! Diva.
cheers.
Goodbye, Diva.
Wrong.
Roar.
Even
Meow.
I roar.